over the CPI of the old times 100. It's the same. Okay? And that's how you calculate that. Real simple. So if you have that on a quiz, which you will, and you'll have to do it on the test, that's how you calculate the increase. Now, if you get a negative number because of the numerator, what do we have? Do we have inflation or deflation then? That's deflation. Prices are declining. Yeah. It's an arbitrary number that we just use to track things. It doesn't really mean anything by itself. Same thing with the stock market. People go, gosh, the stock market's up to 12,000. Have you seen that? And somebody who doesn't track the stock market goes, well, what does that mean? Well, it doesn't really mean anything other than it's a lot higher than it has been. It's the same thing with the CPI, right? It's all a basis of comparison. Like the 12,000 doesn't equate to a certain amount of profits being made in the stock market. Doesn't equate to anything other than we started measuring at some point and now we're going to measure from now on, right? That's it. What's that? Yes. All right. Now, this is when it gets fun. I mean, that's pretty fun as it is. How do I start to make comparisons of other things from year to year that inflation or deflation can affect, like how much money I'm making? For example, who do you think is making more, who do you think made more money? Me last year or my dad at my age last year? What was my dad? He was 39.
You could have made the same money, but because of inflation.
That's true. How do I go to keyboard here? So I can space down.
Go on the...
hit home with your stylus.
I just want to go down.
Just hit
To right.
I know.
enter. Far, see that thing up there? No, no, far left. Far left.
Home.
No, far left.
This?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Enter.
What?
Great. Thanks.
When you guys are at the same age or like right now?
At the same age. All right. So this. At age 39, Gideon and Daddy Gideon. I'll just call him my dad, Daddy Gideon. I don't call him that to his face. It's useful for you. All right, I made approximately $60,000 last year doing what I do. Dad made approximately $27,000 when he was 39. Who made more money? Well, there's two ways to look at it. Write these terms down. Nominal and real. Nominal just means the number. Okay? It means the number at face value. So obviously, if it's competition, I win. I made more money. If you just take a look at the number, I win because I have $60,000. He had 27. But as you can probably imagine, $60,000 can't buy nearly as much today as it did back then. All right? Especially since if you go back to when he was 39, 25 years ago, that's in the early 80s. What could you get for $60,000? A heck of a lot more than you can today. This is a more important question. Who's winning in terms of real income? And your book shows that. Well, it depends. You have to use the CPI to calculate. All right? So for me, what does your book say for real income? You take the nominal income over the CPI times 100. So I have to take 60,000 divided by the CPI of 2010 times 100. And then he has to do the CPI of 1985. Divide that into 27,000 times 100, and then we'll see who really wins, okay? Because my dad's not responsible for rising prices. He's just trying to make as much money as he can for his family. That's where we really care. For all kinds of stuff in this class, all right? Sometimes we compare in the United States one year to another when it comes to GDP. 1 year, oh gosh, we're producing more GDP this year. Well, is that a nominal figure or a real figure that accounts for inflation, right? What about interest rates? Nominal and real interest rates. All of that stuff is where we start to really have a clearer picture of reality, because if you just say, hey, I'm making more money, but inflation is going up faster than any increases I have in income, then I'm not keeping pace. I'm actually losing ground because my dollar doesn't have the same purchasing power. That's the difference between nominal and real. We'll come back and finish this next class, but you need to know those kinds of calculations. Finish all the readings that you might not have done for chapters 5 and 6 for your homework. And remember, you have to do a Blackboard assignment. It'll be on there by the end of the day.
When do you want me to turn in the stuff that I missed from all
I'll take it right now.
No, like,
It's open. Is it accessible? Have you started? Try to start.
I didn't think okay, because sometimes